Algebra 2, welcome back. We are doing page number 11, which is just one question today. How easy is that? It's question 29, which I had a hard time crossing off, but I realized that I haven't officially done it with you this year, but we have done it in Algebra 1, okay? This is totally an Algebra 1 question coming back to you guys in Algebra 2. While experimenting with her calculator, Candy created the sequence 4, 9, 19, 39, 79. Write a recursive formula. Now, this is a vocabulary word. Recursive means a formula that you have to use the number before it. Okay, so you take a number, you do some math with it, and you end up with the next number. And then you take that number, you do the same exact math you just did, and you end up with the next number. And then you take that number, you do the same exact math, and you end up with the next number. So, what we have to start by doing is we have to realize, how on earth are we going from 4 to 9 to 19 to 39 to 79? So the first thing we would probably do is say, oh, I'm gonna add, okay? So from 4 to 9, I add 5. Now if this is a pattern, I'm gonna add the same amount. So from 9 to 19, I added 10, oh dear. From 19 to 39, I add 20. From 39 to 79, I add 40. Now that actually is a pattern. Add 5, add 10, add 20, add 40. But the problem is I can't write that. I can't say, oh, take 4 and add 5. And then take 9 and add 2 more than, or 2 times 5, and then take 19 and add 2 times 10, because that's changing. So when I create this rule, it has to be a consistent rule. I have to do the same exact thing, and I didn't do the same thing. I added 5, then I added 10, then I added 20. That's not consistent, so I can't do that. So the next thing I would try to think about is, okay, to make numbers, get bigger, I would try maybe multiplying. So we call that a common ratio. And this is actually going to be, the light again. This is going to be really important to you guys. New document, sorry. Calculator, I had to hide that for a sec. So the way to find what number you multiply, because clearly 4 times something is not 9. Okay, 4 times 2 is 8, so I know it's going to be something a little bit bigger than 2. What you do is you take 2 numbers right next to each other, and you just divide them. So take the number further along in the sentence divided by the number right before it. So if I do 9 divided by 4, this is called my common ratio. Let me just prove it. 4 times 2.25 is 9. All right, so technically, to get from here to here, I'm having a hard time. I multiplied by 2.25. Well, let's see. Is 9 times 2.25, 19? Nope. It's not. Shoot. So this is not consistent. So what I got to do is I got to figure out, all right, well, what the heck did I do to get from 4 to 9, 9 to 19, etc. So you just have to recognize what will give me an option. Well, let's see, to get from 4 to 9, what if I multiply by 2? That would get me to 8, right? So 4 times 2 is 8, but to get to 9, I have to add 1. All right, how about from 9 to 19? Can I follow this same pattern? So if I start at 9, and I follow the same pattern, 9 times 2 is 18 plus 1 is, ooh, look at that, 19. Well, let's see if it follows the same pattern. Take 19, same pattern, times 2 plus 1. So 19 times 2 is 38 plus 1 is, yes, 39. 39 times 2 is 78 plus 1. Yes, I found the pattern. It's a times 2 plus 1 pattern. How do you write that recursively? Okay, it's a really unusual format. So you say, to find the number you're looking for, do 2 times the number you have, and then add 1. Okay, so 2 times the number you have plus 1. This is a recursive formula. All right, this notation is important. in recursive. Oh my God, recursive, I have to have one other thing. Jeepers creepers, I have to tell you where to start. The first number in the pattern is 4. If I don't tell you where to start, what on earth are you going to multiply by 2 and then add 1 to? You don't know. So now that I know this pattern, times 2 plus 1, I want to determine the 8th term. So it started 4, 9, 19, 39, 79. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got to find the 6th, the 7th, oops, the 8th. I have to find the number that goes here. Okay, how do I find it? I take whatever number I have, 79, times 2 plus 1. Game on. 79 times 2 plus 1. The next number is 159. Kids are fighting, isn't that fun? So now I'm going to take this number, 159 times 2 plus 1. Do it. Times 2 plus 1. 319. That's the seventh number. Then I'm going to take 319 times 2 plus 1. So here we go. Times 2 plus 1. Times 2 plus 1 is 639. All right. And on that note, I'm going to go referee this fighting match that's happening in the living room. Rough life they have, huh? Okay, guys. Talk to you later. Let me know if you have any questions.